Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am in Dubrovnik, which is in Croatia, and I was unpacking my stuff and I thought now would be a great time to show you what I take with me in my carry-on. What's in my carry-on? Before we get started, don't forget to like this video, and if you like what you're watching, then please comment. I love reading all your comments. Any questions that you have, I'm happy to answer them. So let's get on with it. I travel a lot and I have tried out a whole bunch of different bags. I've tried totes, I've tried shoulder bags, I've tried rucksacks, I've tried like having like a wheelie carry-on. I've tried loads of different things, and I find that there is like a winning combination that seems to work, but it differs between long haul and short haul trips. So for me, this is a short haul trip. I'm only away for 5 days, but we're only in Europe, so I don't actually need like a ton of stuff with me, but I do need all of my gear, which is including like cameras, lenses and stuff, and I like to keep that with me pretty much at all times. I'm looking for a bag where I can kind of have my laptop and stuff, because I just don't trust it to be in my check-in bag, and also a place where I can kind of have slots to put different things in. Trying to find a bag that does that, and I did eventually find one with a brand called Kill Spencer. Now this is the backpack. I find that it helps with weight distribution across my back, because this bag gets quite heavy with the stuff that I put in it, but I just don't trust any of like my camera gear or all that expensive stuff to just be lugged around in my big bag, because I've seen how that gets battered, and no way am I gonna let my lenses go through that. Nah. This bag here, I'll show it up to you, it's leather and suede at the bottom, and it's got a really big padded straps, and the back is also quilted and padded, so that's really cool. Other little features, it has a front bit and a back bit. Now this back bit is really cool. It's really small, and it's so that you can fit your laptop inside. It also means that it's really hard for someone to try and steal it from you, because it's right there on your back, like you can feel it, and if anyone tries to unzip it, they basically have to like touch your neck. So it's like really good for like anti-theft. So that I can slide my this is a 15-inch, so I can slide that in with lots of space in between, so I'll normally put that in there with its cable. I'm not sure how well you can see this, but it's got a little front slot here which you can open up, and I can like fit about like my whole hand in there, and that's normally where I keep things like keys, gum. I can fit my passport in there, so this is also where I put my passport, and I usually put like the earphones that I might be wearing, my earpods usually go in here as well, or any boarding passes. So that is right there, and it zips and you can't get in. It's also like got a waterproof seal, so if it gets wet it's fine. Finally, it's got this front bit which opens on both sides. It's got 2 zips, so you can open it this way or that way, and it opens right out like this. So this is the inside pouch, which was from here, which has got another little pouchy thing here, which I've got something in it right now. Ha! I've got a business card. This is for some fabric, but yeah, so I've got a business card in there. Trying to see if you can see. Underneath here, it's got one giant slot, so if you have a tablet or anything like that, you can slide it in, and then it's got 2 slots here and it's got 2 slots here and here for any other like things like phones or any flat things that you want to put in there. So this, and then it's got like a ton of room in front, and it kind of pushes right out. So this is a really good bag for just fitting everything in here, and I fit a lot. So let's get into what I actually put in this bag. I'll start from how I structure the bag, because I structure the bag the same every single time. That way it's like easier for me to be able to pick it up and things don't fall out as soon as I open them. So the first thing that I normally put in this bag is this, which is like my lens bag. Like I have quite a few different camera bags, and as I've got different lenses, I find that my camera doesn't actually fit in any of like the small ones that I bought, but my lenses do. So I normally take maybe between 1 to 3 lenses with me when I travel, depending on what I'm doing. One I'll take purely for photos, one I take for video, and one is like a combination for photo and video. Currently right now now I use a Canon 80D for filming. I also have a Canon G7X Mark II, which I use for vlogging, and I kind of switch between the two. So it's usually the lenses that are for the 80D, which I'm filming on right now. Today, for this trip, I bought 3 lenses. I brought my Tamron lens, which is a 24 to 70mm lens, which is actually really, really good for video. It's got a really cool silent focus, so you don't hear that sound when it's trying to like focus in on me, which is pretty cool. So I use that to film. My favorite one, which is a Sigma. This is it a Sigma? Yeah, this is a Sigma 17 to 50 lens, and I use this pretty much for any other kind of like on the street stuff. It's a little bit heavy, but not as heavy as this Tamron one. What have I got in here? Now I've got my nifty 50 here, which is basically Canon 50mm lens. Yeah, so those are the 3 lenses that I take with me, and I normally put all 3 of them in here. So I put the 2 big ones side by side. I'll show you inside. I only have one compartment. I put the Tamron in there, the Sigma goes in there, and then the nifty 50 kind of like sits on top. I also pack extra batteries for the 80D, extra batteries for my G7X. I've got a few remotes. I've got a remote and a bit that I can put on there so I can do time photos and time lapses and basically take pictures by myself, because this is really, really important if you want to be able to take pictures while you travel solo. I don't always travel solo, but I do find that I am alone a lot. So I have my tripod with me, and I always have like a really cool remote set. I've got other remotes in here, Bluetooth ones that I can use with my G7X and also with my phone. It's got like little knickknacks and stuff like that. This is for a GoPro, and in the front of this I've also got mini screwdrivers. I find that sometimes there's a screw loose. I pick these up. They're like tiny, tiny screwdrivers, so when something's loose I can just tighten it back up. This I actually really, really like. This is an SD card holder, not holder, an SD card slot, but it's got a iPhone jack, so you can put it in and just download straight to your phone, so you can do like on the go editing if you've got like Lightroom or whatever you use to edit on your phone. So I really, really enjoy using that too. Anything else? Oh, like SD card, mini SD card holders, and just that's where I keep all of that in here. Keep that with me because if, let's just say, my luggage gets lost, I know that I can still be taking pictures and all my expensive stuff stays with me. That goes in the very base of the bag. The next thing that goes in my bag, which I always take with me, is my trusty Joby Gorilla Pod. This baby is amazing. I actually have one in every single size, and the biggest size for me is the best. It is like the most robust. It's the one that can hold all my cameras. It can hold the G7X, it can hold Canon, it can also hold my boyfriend's camera, which is a 5D Mark IV, which is heavy, and it will hold that too one-handed. So this is really good, and I can pretty much slide that into the side. So this goes in the bottom, this slides in right next to it. So I take my Beats headphones with me. Well, they're kind of battered now. I don't know why I got the white ones. I've got brown makeup on, and these are slowly turning brown. They're noise cancelling, they're wireless, and they also come with an earphone jack. So if there is a movie or something like that that I want to watch, I can just plug it in and still watch it, and I don't have to use like the airplane crappy ones, because they're always crappy. Like, always crappy. So that's cool. I can connect this to any Bluetooth device. So I can connect this to my phone, I can connect this to my laptop, I can connect it to my iPad, but I don't always bring my iPad with me. It really depends. If it's like, if I'm going to be away for a long time, if I'm going to like Hong Kong or something, I'll bring the iPad. But if I'm doing a short haul trip, no need for the iPad. So that's what there. In here, I also have another set of Beats. These are the ones that the over-the-ear wireless ones. I use these to work out. When I go running and stuff like that, I like to have these ones in my ear because they don't fall out. I also have the earpods, and that's like my everyday earphones. So like, I know it's weird, but I walk around with basically 3 pairs of earphones on me at all times, which is strange, but that's how I roll. Yeah, variety is nice. Me. Okay, so the next thing that I always have with me is my Kindle. This has really changed the game for me. I love reading, and ever since this came out, it's just made reading so much easier. It's like, it lasts for ages on one charge. It's like 6 months of 6 months of battery, which is crazy. I can put all my books on here, and it means I don't have to lug around loads of books. I would like fill up the weight quota just from bringing around books that I probably don't always end up reading. But with this, I always end up reading something, whether I'm on the beach or I have some time, or if I'm not editing or whatever. This really, really good. If there's no films going on the plane, Kindle saves my life. And the good thing about this one is that you can also, I'm also a member with Audible, where I have books where I can listen to books. You can also listen to books on this as well. It has a Bluetooth connection, so I can just put any of my wireless headphones, connect it to this, and get listening. So, perfect. That is not everything. That's about half of the stuff I fit in this bag. Like, when I say I pack this bag in, I really, really pack this bag. The next thing I have in there are toiletries. Now, I don't really like to wear makeup when I'm flying. If it's like end of the day flight and I've already got makeup on, I usually take my makeup off while I'm on the flight. So, I have this little bag that I kind of keep with me. It's like toiletries that I use for on the go. I keep all my big stuff and my perfumes and my actual makeup in my check bag because it's just too much to take with you. And normally you're only really allowed to have like a bag that's about this small. So I picked up these clear cases from Boots. I think you can get like a pack of 3, which have done me really, really well for like £10. So this really, really works because this is actually smaller than the bag that they give you for your allowance of how many toiletries you can have. So always with me. This I try to pack with things that I don't use at home. I travel so much that I find that I use this a lot, so I actually specifically get products just for traveling, and then that way I can keep the stuff that I use at home, and this can always be in my bag wherever I am. I don't have to keep taking it out, so that's what I do. I'm actually obsessed with face masks, so I always have like 1 or 2 face masks inside. This time I've got collagen. If I'm doing a long haul flight, I find it's really, really drying on the face. So I find that before I go to sleep, or maybe if I'm gonna go to sleep, because some of these you can put on for a really long time, I will just put on a face mask and I can just like watch a movie or just like have a little nap with that on my face, and my face is like super hydrated. Have a hand cream. Again, their hand creams on planes, even like in first class, they're not always the best, but this one is really, really good for dry skin, which I really, really recommend. So I actually just bought a new one because I finished the last one. So hand cream, a deodorant. This one is an antiperspirant and a deodorant. I find that the temperature really varies on a plane. Sometimes it can be really, really warm, and most of the time it's quite cold. So this is for the sweating, and also so you don't smell and that you feel a little bit fresh. I recently got this face mist because sometimes I don't always have a cream with me. I got this from Garnier. It's like the Moisture Bomb. It's basically a hydrating mist, and it's under, what is it? It's 75 ml, so you can put this in your carry-on, and it's also got SPF 30 in it. So you can wear this just on bare skin. You can put this over your makeup. It's really, really hydrating, and yeah, I really like it so far. So I've been using this. What else do I have in here? I also have the Moisture Bomb night cream. These are for when I do night flights and I've taken all my makeup off. I put this on. It's like a gel cream. It sits really, really light on the face, but it's also really, really moisturizing. So that is also what I use. And then the rest of it is just like a little bit of makeup. Sometimes when we get off the flight, you are going straight to somewhere, so you don't want to be looking like death. So I have a face powder, a concealer, my eyebrow pencil, that's essential, a mascara, and then my favorite lipstick. And that's pretty much like an okay start, make you look quite presentable until you have time to like get the rest of your makeup out if you want to go all out. So that is what I keep in this little makeup bag, and that goes with me everywhere. What else is in this bag? So let's see. Hairbrush, and I keep a full-size one because at the moment I've got a lot of hair. I keep a comb as well, depending on what I've got, and I usually just keep them together with a rubber band. I have a toothbrush with me because it's not really nice when you've like slept and then you eat and then you sleep and then you eat again and then you've got like furry mouth when you're on the plane. And then I'll buy one of those little miniature toothpastes, and they will kind of like go together, so I can brush my teeth about maybe an hour before we land. Sunglasses, because, well, sunglasses. I also have my actual glasses as well, which comes in the same case, so I keep my sunglasses and my actual glasses together. The next thing I have is for my computer. So this here is actually a case for one of the lenses, but I use this as like where I put all my wires. I guess like if you have a bunch of products, then all of those things like have chargers, and it's a nightmare trying to keep that all together. So I put it all in here, and I will show you how I organize it because it's crazy. So if you look inside, they're all just kind of wound up, and there's like other things in there as well. I have 2 memory drives that I kind of take everywhere. They're my travel ones. They can plug right into my laptop, and I usually kind of like transfer things from one to the other. So I've got this one, which is 500 gigs. So this is like the things that I do like the first downloads to. And then I have this one, which is 2 terabytes. So this one is like really, really big. So this is where I keep like all the long-term stuff. This is where I keep the short-term stuff. When I finish with projects, this goes onto there, and then this gets emptied, and then like for the next trip, I can put all my pictures and whatever on there and edit while I go. So I keep these 2 always like together with me. And then in here, I have like all different stuff for like my laptop. I've got my watch charger in here, I've got a phone charger, I've got my laptop charger, I've got a laptop to phone charger in case I don't find a USB thing. I can plug this straight into my laptop and then charge my phone from there. I've also got a adapter into the laptop, which has a USB port, an HDMI port, and another one of these in case I need to do that. I've got a few of them just in case I need to like add lots of different devices. I've also got my charger for my Beats wireless. It's one charger for both of the earphones. I've also got like the various chargers that I need to plug my memory, to plug my drives into my computer, and I just kind of keep that all together, kind of all wrapped up in one. I don't like to walk around with the cables for my camera because some of them are just like really long, so instead of doing that, I have like 3 different SD card readers, and they plug into my laptop and they plug into my phone. That way, if I want to just like download something straight on from my camera onto my computer, I can do that. I can also download straight from my camera onto one of my drives, which is really, really cool because of the SD card reader. So that is what I prefer to do. It kind of just means I'm carrying less. And then the final thing I have in this bag, apart from like laptop charger, is this. Now I always take my drone with me so that I can do drone shots. I don't always do drone shots, but I like to have the option there. And the actual charger for the batteries, you can't put in check. You can't put your drone in check. So this I usually keep at the bottom of my bag, and because I can't fit it in the carry case that comes with the Mavic Pro. And that is pretty much it. It's a lot that I pack into the bag, and it weighs about, I don't know, like 13 kilograms by the time that I'm done, so it is a little bit of a workout, but it means that wherever I am, I can get to work, I can film, I can edit, I can do my makeup, I can stay hydrated and do all of those things. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that is it for today. There are some other things that I do carry with me. Like I always have a bottle of water, but I used to bring a water bottle with me, but it was just, it was too much. So now I just make sure I buy a bottle of water when I get to the airport, and occasionally, if I can remember, I have an eye mask as well so that I can have a sleep. I used to walk around with a pillow, but also I just can't be bothered to hold that. Like I can never find a place to put it. So no more pillows anymore. I just get better seats. Seats that lie flat, so then I don't need a pillow. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about like what kind of brands and stuff that I use, then let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. bye.